Most people don't quit at the start. They quit on the second lap. The first lap is exciting. New plan, new energy, new identity. The second lap, it gets quiet. No applause, no visible results anymore, no adrenaline happening. And that is where most people decide something must be wrong. Welcome to today's episode of the Achieve Your Apex podcast. I'm Chad Hyams, your voice of reason. And today we're talking about the phase nobody ever prepares you for, the part where consistency feels pointless right before it works. See, January is lap one, and February that we've just entered is lap two, although this applies all year long for you. Lap two will completely mess with your head because effort is still there, yet the reward still hasn't shown up. You're doing the workouts, you're doing the work, you're keeping the commitment you made, and your brain starts whispering to you, is this even doing anything? Are we getting anywhere? And that whisper kills more goals than failure ever will. Here's what's actually happening. Behavioral science calls this delayed reinforcement. Your brain is wired to respond to quick feedback. Dopamine loves visible wins. Yet real progress, physical, financial, relational, personal, these build quietly before it even shows up publicly. See, Stanford research on habit formation shows that behavioral change often feels hardest right before it stabilizes. Not because it's failing, because novelty is gone and identity is still forming. Let me say this really clearly. Nothing feels exciting does not mean nothing is happening. Nothing feeling exciting does not mean nothing is happening. It means you've entered the second lap. And the second lap is where consistency gets decided. Here's a trap many of us step into. People confuse silence with failure. No scale movement, no immediate results at work, no recognition for anything. So we change the plan. We restart. We recommit. And every restart sends us back to lap one. We never stay long enough to benefit from lap two. High performers, they get this. They don't measure progress by excitement levels. They measure it by attendance. They ask different questions like, am I still showing up? Because consistency compounds quietly. Let me give you an askformation to anchor all of this for you. Who do I become if I stay when results aren't obvious yet? Let me ask it again so you can sit on it for a moment. Who do I become if I stay when results aren't obvious yet? Take a minute. Let yourself think on that. Because the person who stays during lap two becomes the person who enjoys lap three. Here's what lap two actually looks like when it's working. Effort feels normal. Discipline feels boring. Progress feels invisible. And identity is being installed. You are changing your identity when you are on a successful lap two. This is not the moment to overhaul anything. It's the moment to hold the line. Here's a single rule I use with clients. When progress feels slow, shrink the measurement, not the commitment. Stop asking, is this working? And start asking, did I show up today? Because attendance with purpose creates outcome. Practical reset for today. Pick one thing you've started recently. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's a work habit, maybe it's learning consistency of any kind. Then answer this. What evidence would exist in 30 days if this was working? Not today, not tomorrow, in 30 days. Then stop checking prematurely. The second lap is where trust is built. Trust with yourself, trust in your system, trust that effort compounds even when it's quiet. And the people who win long term are not more motivated. They're more patient with the progress. Let me close this message with this. If you feel like nothing's happening and you're doing nothing, you're right on track. Yet if you feel like nothing's happening and it should, that might be a sign you're finally doing it right. Stay. Hold the line. Finish that lap. Because consistency does not announce itself when it's forming. It reveals itself later. And until that consistency is there, as always, keep climbing.